My email to BlackRock, concerns regarding Zoetis, investments and reported adverse effects of Librela and Solensia. Dear Mr. L. and L. Fink, I am writing to you not only as an individual investor observer, but as a deeply concerned pet owner directly affected by the products of a company in which BlackRock holds a significant investment. Zoetis. My dog is currently suffering after being administered Librela, a treatment that was presented to me as safe, with no side effects. This representation, as echoed by veterinary professionals, and ultimately informed our decision. However, what I am now witnessing, and what many other pet owners are reporting, raises serious concerns about whether the true risks associated with Librela and Solensia have been fully, transparently, and accurately communicated. There appears to be a growing number of reports alleging severe adverse reactions, including rapid health decline and death, that does not align with the company's public characterization of these risks. At minimum, this suggests a troubling disconnect between reported data and real-world outcomes. At worst, it raises questions about underreporting and whether investors and consumers alike have been adequately informed. I understand that large organizations must rely on regulatory frameworks and internal data. However, when a company repeatedly emphasizes that severe side effects are rare, while affected pet owners experience devastating outcomes, it becomes difficult not to question whether those statements reflect the full reality. I would ask you to consider this not just as an investor, but as a human being. How would you feel if it were your own pet, your family member who deteriorated after receiving Librela or Solensia that you were assured was safe? How would you explain your continued investment in a company facing allegations of failing to fully disclose serious risks? If that investment were connected to such a loss, there are also broader implications. Concerns from investors regarding transparency and disclosure have already begun to surface publicly, and these issues, if substantiated, may carry both ethical and financial consequences, even one preventable. Death is too many when it comes to animals who rely entirely on us to make informed decisions on their behalf. I urge BlackRock to take a closer and more critical look at Zoetis' handling of adverse event reporting, risk communication, and overall corporate responsibility. Continued investment without scrutiny risks aligning with practices that may not meet the standards of transparency and accountability expected by both the public and the market. This is not just about financial performance. It is about trust, responsibility, and the real-world consequences of corporate actions. I would appreciate acknowledgement of this concern and any insight into how BlackRock evaluates and responds to such issues within its portfolio companies. Sincerely, Mrs. Ann McPherson,